Hi, Peter here from True North Marine and the Maritime Tutor. Thanks for coming back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time. I was a maritime trainer and assessor for over 20 years. I'm currently retired, so I make short videos to assist people in learning and understanding maritime rules and regulations and obtaining marine qualifications. This is largely funded by our Marine Radio Licence program. So if you do need to obtain a marine radio licence, please go to our website at truenorthmarine.com.au. So that would really help in keeping the program going and helping to make more videos. Okay, so today's topic is going to be on a Coxswain NC1 marine qualification. And what are the requirements and what are the limitations? So to start with, there are some eligibility requirements. Let's have a look at those. So you need to be at least 16 years of age. You need to be able to read and understand English, including written documents. So you need to be medically fit, including eyesight. And there are forms on the AMSA website, amsa.gov.au, which you can download and take to a doctor if you want to check on your medical fitness and eyesight situation before undertaking any approved training, because item 4 says that you must complete training. Therefore, you must complete an NC1 Coxswain training course with a registered training organisation and an approved provider through AMSA. The best way is to go to AMSA's website again, amsa.gov.au, and they will have a list of organisations that deliver the type of training that's required. And you need to provide evidence of your sea service, in other words, boating experience. So let's start with vessel size. A coxswain is permitted to operate a commercial vessel less than 12 metres in length. So if that vessel has an inboard engine below 500 kilowatts, you're able to operate those engines. There is no limit on the outboard engine capacity. Your range offshore is 15 nautical miles. If you're operating on a larger vessel in a different capacity on board, because you're permitted to do that as a Coxswain NC1, then if that vessel, which is known as a parent vessel, has a smaller vessel on board known as a tender, so you can legally operate that tender in the EEZ, which is the exclusive economic zone. That's a 200-mile limit from the coastline. Providing that when you're operating that tender, you are within 3 nautical miles of the parent vessel. You can operate as a chief mate or a deck watchkeeper on a vessel under 24 metres in length. You can perform duty as a general purpose hand. Now, general purpose hand is a crewing qualification for vessels under 100 metres in length. So as a holder of an NC1, Coxswain NC1 qualification, you can now operate in a different category on a larger vessel. You can also operate vessels that require only NC2 or NC3 coxswains. You do need to undertake a training course to obtain a Coxswain NC1 qualification. You do need to provide evidence of sea service, and this could be in 2 ways. You can obtain a AMSA task book, and that task book needs to be completed in its entirety, and it has to be on a commercial vessel. However, if you don't go down the task book path, you can obtain 150 days of sea service, and that could be by way of a statutory declaration or other documentation recording that you've performed 150 days. And those 150 days can be on a mix of recreational and commercial vessel. You also need a marine radio licence. If you haven't got one of those, that's usually one of the first things people get. You can do that on our website, truenorthmarine.com.au. Marine radio licence, very valuable because it never expires and never has to be renewed. And you also need a first aid certificate. So there you have the information to obtain a Coxswain NC1 marine qualification. I'll put a copy in a readable document form in the description section of this video, and you can download that and keep that handy if you need it. So there you have the requirements for obtaining a Coxswain NC1 marine qualification. If you're looking to get into the maritime industry, congratulations. It's been an industry that served me well over the last 50 years. On the screen you'll find some recommendations where you should obtain your marine radio licence, your first aid qualification, obtain an AMSA task book to reduce the sea service time, and enrol in a Coxswain's NC1 course. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.